Hello, my peepers. Welcome to Flosstube number 98. Yes, it's been almost 2 months. I am sorry about that. This is going to be a long video. So, put me on pause, go grab yourself something to drink, and come back. So, let's get started. First, I'm going to show you everything I've been stitching on. So I have whips, I have some haul, and what I will be stitching on through the end of, from now till the end of July. So, yes, right now I am stitching on Turtle Quaker by Owl Forest Embroidery. I started on the center turtle. He's almost done. I'm working on the last little flapper here, flipper. So yeah, and I'm working with DMC. So as you can see, I have a little bit left of the flipper. He is quick to stitch up. He is adorable. I am loving this. And so then I'll probably go on to maybe these two little bitty turtles here next. But today's the last day stitching on this. Yeah, so I started working on this Monday night. Now I will show you what I have been stitching on. Nothing is in any order, even if I say, and then I worked on, and then I worked on, because it doesn't mean that, and then I worked on. It's just what I did. Okay, so I stitched on, out of the 2020 Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue, I had a couple of starts. So I started working on the selfies on page 48. Page 48. It's these spooky selfies. I started selfie number 1. It is the one with the heart. Where is the one with the heart? Right there. So that's the one I started. That was spooky selfie number 1. So yeah, started that on a piece of, what was this? Light espresso. It's 30 count. I think that's what it says. I don't know. I'm just using scrap pieces of paper. Or, yeah, scrap pieces of fabric to work on the ghosts. Yeah. So that I started. And I started on Trick or Treat by Doreen Jones. There it is. It is this one here. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. So I started in the center, so I've been working on some of her face. There's not a lot done. And this is on like a 28 count Monaco or Jobelin. It's an even weave. And could be Monaco. Could be Lugana, I'm not sure. That's all I did. Why does the phone always have to ring when I'm doing a video? Okay, it said Washington, D.C. I don't know anybody in Washington, D.C., and I don't want to talk to the president. I'd have too much to say to him. So that's all that I've gotten done. It was a start. That's what a lot of this year is. It's to start them all. It doesn't matter how many stitches you have, just start them. So those were 2 new starts this month. I also have a finish this year. 1 finish. Hold on. My cell phone is quiet until I make a video. Okay, Another one that I have been working on is my lawn dog. This got 5 days worked on it because it was one of my whip goes for the month. So I finished page, what did I do? I finished page 6 and 7 and started page 8. This is on 28 count. Picture this plus, the color is gingerbread. Gingerbread. So yeah, I finished that page and I started here and here for page 8. There's 20 pages. So I am moving right along on this. I am loving this. Even though you're only stitching on black, it stitches up pretty quick because you're not constantly changing colors. So yeah, I am moving right along on this. I started this in January of last year, and I also work on it usually on the last Friday of the month. And then during my lawn dog Zoom, which I am switching that up starting next month. So starting next month, my lawn dog Zoom is going to be the Sunday during my cross stitch weekend. Because we have the same people in there anyways that come to the Zoom. So in the Facebook group, I'm just going to change the dates and the link so that people know that they can come in. But yeah, I just love this. It is a lawn dog. It's called Quinto Acuto, the Pointed Fifth. Love stitching on this so much. Okay, that can go there. I'm still stitching on Hey the Quick Stitch Curly Tailed Rosie. I stitch on this every other Saturday night with the zooming with my cronies. And yeah, that's how much I have done. This is that 25 count gridded Lugana, and it's 1 strand over 1. So yeah, that's what she will look like. I am loving this. She is so freaking cute. So yeah, I think we stitch on her this Saturday night. It is my cross stitch weekend Zoom. So if you're in there and you want to stitch this, you already have it. We will be stitching it Saturday night, I believe. I have to look at my calendar. So that is the only time I stitch on her, is during the every other Saturday night. Some more new starts. And I can't remember what, I don't think I've shown any of these to you. Okay, so this is the 2014 Halloween issue. We are stitching Trick or Treat. I have to find everything. Okay, so Trick or Treat is on page 72. It looks like that. The designer is Joan Elliott. So I stitched up the frame, and I have the hat done and starting the cat. And I don't know what the fabric is. I have it written down on my project sheet, but offhand I don't know. So I stitching on that, and a lot of these that you're seeing, you won't see me stitch on them again till after next year or after this year. These are all just new starts. I started, which one is this? Okay, I gotta find that page. Yeah, I need to find. I make working copies. Oh, it's this here, and that is page 60. So page 60. This is Witchy Tea Time. T-H-Y-M-E. Witchy Tea Time. I started in the center. And again, I don't know what the fabric is. I don't remember offhand. But that's what I have as a start. Yeah. And so as you can see, most of it's all in black. I do have a cone of doom. That's what they call it. And yeah, I'll get back to that sometime. I have this. I didn't cut the fabric, so I just started there. I have this, and this is page 27, I think. No? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah. It's called Scary Night. The designer is Nancy Boarski of Glory Bee. So it's this here, Scary Night. And that's what I have done so far. So I have a lot of fabric left. So Scary Night. And is there another one started? Yes. Yes, I have a couple more. I am doing page 99. Is it 99? No. 79? I don't have my glasses on. Yep, 79. Okay, this one's called Halloween Collage by Sharon Pope. I have a lot of stuff started by Sharon Pope in the magazines. So I started up here to do the frame, but I don't have the one color. And I can't keep going on without it because these Celtic knots have a ton of quarter stitches, and I was off. I had to frog it once, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait. So I'm doing it in DMC, and it calls for DMC and Weeks Dye Works. Well, some of the Weeks Dye Works I'm doing is DMC, but there's one called Fiesta, and there's no substitute for it because it has different colors. So it's got like oranges and yellows in it. So I'm waiting to get that, but I did get some of it started. So that's all I've gotten started. And I had to tear like half of it out and restitch it. I think this is called Monster Mash, the fabric. But that's all I've gotten done. What's the other one? I know I have another one in here started. This one is, let me find where to open it. This is on page 41. 41. It's the Halloween Hoot Owl by Ursula. Michael isn't he freaking adorable? So I started in the center. It does call for Sullivan's, but I'm using DMC, so I found a conversion chart. And yeah, I started in the center, and that's how much of the owl I have done. And he's gonna be so cute. Yep. So that's how much I have done of that. And I don't know. Yep. There's another one started. Oh, this one is on page 13. This is Halloween Skull, and this is by Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks, which is the one, remember that butterfly that I did that was all done with white and it looks like lace? That's who this designer is. So that's Halloween Skull. Halloween Skull. And I started at the center. Now I gotta find out. Okay. Halloween Skull. There. So that's all I've gotten done. That is going to be fun to stitch up. There's no back stitching. It's just color blocking. So that's from that magazine. Put all these back. And all of my working copies. My magazine. Halloween. What else do I have? There is a stitch-along that started. It's called Polaroid Princess Stitch-along by Abby Sue Designs. So this is the frame. And then every month or every week, I think, we get a new princess. This is all I've gotten done on the frame. What am I stitching this on? It's Ada fabric, 18 counts. So yeah, that's all I've gotten stitched on that. I do not know when this will get pulled out again, but yeah, Polaroid Princesses. This is going to go in the other. Another new start is the Haid Simply Meant to Be. The artwork is by Sherry Gerhardt. So it's Jack and Sally. And I always start in the upper left corner. 25 count Ugana. So that's what I have done so far. I think that's, yeah. So, not a lot, but it's a start. And you know me, I love stitching the full coverage. As there's no specialty stitches, there's no back stitching. Even though they take forever to do, and I need more of these bags, I'm all out. I gotta order more. Okay, so that is the other new start. Here's the Harry the bin. Right here. Yes. Another new start. This is, it's a full coverage. It is by the Cross Stitch Studio. It was a freebie. There is a Facebook group with 4 designers. This is one of them. This is called Winter Harvest. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love those colors. So again, I started left corner. Well, oh, because this piece is so big that, there, that's the left corner. I probably could have cut it. I probably could have started it in at 3 and down 3, and then whatever fabric I had left over. So that's what I have done. This piece is probably way too big, and yeah, that's okay. So that's all I have started on it. Okay. Another new start is, I don't even know what the pattern's called. It doesn't have a name. It's the Cinderella Castle, I guess. So that's it. I am doing mine in Classic Colorworks. The color is Pansy Purple. All I've done so far is like her hair and some of her back, a little bit of her face, her head, hair, and shoulders. So yeah, that's how much I have done. This is on a, I believe it's, maybe it is 28 count, but that's all I have done on it. So this is the Pansy Purple. There's a few of us in Anytime Zoom that is doing this. So that's a start. This can go in the bin for other. Okay. Magic Book. That's a Haid that I'm doing with Kaya and Jen. So that's what it'll look like. I'm still into all the black. There's a ton of black in this. A ton of black. And 25 count Lugana gridded. And because I don't want a page break, because I started doing it as a page break, so I went all the way across. So that's how wide it's going to be. It's all black. I still have a lot of black to go. So, you know, a little bit of counting here and there, but not a lot right now. Yeah, when will I get my Haids done? Who knows? You know, it's fun. It's the journey of getting there that is fun. The journey. This was my second WIP Go number for the month. This is a gift to my son Justin, because he does not have his stocking yet. This is Stocking Treasure Dragon, artwork by Miles Pinckney. And I'm doing, this is not on gridded, I am gridding it myself. I got a lot done. In 5 days is when I work on a WIP Go piece. I got all of this done. There was not hardly anything started on this. I got a lot done in 5 days. A lot of confetti. But I did a lot of this. This was all black. So I put that in, and then I worked on this side, and then I started in working on this side. And yes, Justin does know I'm making this for him. He's the one that picked the design. When I did a stocking for me, Scott, and Dylan, and Justin says, okay, I want to pick out my own stocking. That's what he picked out. Okay, my beaded owl kit. Wonder why my needle came out of the package. What happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened. The needle came out of okay, how do I get, what the hell, people? What did I do? There we go. So this is all beads. There's no cross stitching. It's all beads. I need to figure out how that happened. I forget what page I'm on. And sort it. But that's what I have done so far. Yep. I enjoy working on this. I can get quite a bit of beads done in one day. I always stitch on this the last Wednesday of every month. The last Wednesday of every month is when I stitch on this, unless it gets picked for WIP Go and then it gets 5 days. I can't wait till it gets picked on WIP Go because I can get a lot done on it. Yeah, I don't know how that happened with the needle. That goes over here. Another new start is Hade Fred and Albert. It's Quick Stitch Fred and Albert by Annie Rodriguez, and we call this Snowy's Creepy Cousin. Those of us in Zoom, Snowy is Rosie's boyfriend, and this is Snowy's creepy cousin. Yes. And I'm doing it on 25 count, gridded Lugana 1/1. Right. Right. So that's what I have done on it so far. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So it does call for 032 from Krynic. I am substituting it with the Treasure Braid Petite PB10. And I wanted to get some more of this the other day, and they did not have this color in the store. So So I have to keep ordering it online. Another new one, another new start. This is the Glass series by Carolyn Fanning. A bunch of us started this as a stitch along any of the glass pictures. I am doing Valentine glass. Mine is on 14 count pink Ada. Yes, I'm doing Ada because sometimes I do. So, is that the beginning? Yep. So that's what I have started. Some of the frame and then some of this work with the black. Valentine glass. It's a pink 14 count Ada. I do have this on Pattern Keeper. So all my Hades, anything that's a full coverage goes on Pattern Keeper. Okay, so that will go in the other. Another new start is a Luca S. This was a gift for my birthday. This is White's, no, this, was this one a birthday? I don't remember. This is White Santa with Christmas tree. Isn't that pretty? No, I don't think this was my birthday. I think this was just because. And it's a whole kit, and that's all I've gotten done on it so far. Not a lot. Not a lot. But this is a stitch along in Zoom. And that you can't see a lot because it's the cream colors and the whites, the tans. Yeah, it's hard to see it. Okay. That is a full coverage. This one. This is Chessie by Hade, and this is what I will be stitching on all day tomorrow. So that's Chessie. It is by Ash Evans, and I got this because of Stitchman Darcy. And that's what I have so far. So I always stitch on this one Friday a month for the whole day with during my cross stitch weekend, unless it gets picked on WIPGO, then it would get 5 days. There's 15 pages. I think I'm on page 2. I think I am. I don't, and I did buy the paper chart, but then I ended up getting Pattern Keeper, so now I'm working with it on Pattern Keeper. But as you can see, I've now started a little bit of Chessie. There's a little bit of him. So, yes. Chessie. I think this was a WIPGO piece for last month, which got 5 days. This is Story Keep Butterflies Galore by Hade. The artwork's by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. It is on 25 count, but this was before the gridded came out. So that's what I have done. I'm finishing up page 2, I believe, and then I'll start page 3. But yeah, pretty. So this is just a plastic, it's called a griddin. So it's a plastic thread to make your own grids. That's what I always did before the gridded fabric came out. And again, I do have this now on Pattern Keeper. Okay. Some more new starts, and I'm not sure what I've already shown in other Flosstube. I don't know if I've showed any. This is Witch's Hat. This is gorgeous. Witch's Hat. And I am doing it on the fabric it calls for, which is, I believe this is Sharon Pope. Yep, this is another one by Sharon Pope. This is 28 count dusk. I think mine's Lugana. It calls for cashel linen, but I used Lugana. So I started up in the top left corner to work on the frame. So that's what I've gotten done so far. Yep. And don't forget, I don't know when I will stitch on these again. These are just starts. Okay, this one is, I gotta pull out a lot of these. That one is, Witch's Brew. I only did the hands. What page was it on? Witch's Brew. It'll look like this. I've only done the hands. Isn't that pretty? I am doing it on the called for fabric. It's 28 count Gothic, and mine's a Lugana, and it also is by Sharon Pope. I must really like her designs. Okay, I have this one is okay, there's that. This is Halloween Pumpkin. 34. Halloween Pumpkin. It's also another one by Sharon Pope. It is on 28 count Echo Lugana. I picture this plus. And I started on the frame. Started on the frame. I am a huge fan of Picture This Plus fabric. I can never get enough of it. And what's this one? Did I start? Oh, I didn't start this one. Why? I didn't start that one. I gotta see why not. Oh, because it calls for specialty threads. It calls for Gloriana, silk floss, and a Krynic braid. So I did not start this one. It's on Monster Mash, but it looks like that, and I don't want to substitute for DMC. So I do need to buy the fabric for that. Or I mean the floss. So I did not start that one. Okay. Yeah. All of my working copies. So, yes, as you can see, I am doing my Halloween issues. It's about time, huh? I've had these for years, since these came out, because this was the 2012 issue. I've had the fabric since 2012 sitting in here. Some of them I might have just bought, but most of them I've already had. So this is going to go in the Halloween bin. And that's it as far as the whips, okay? So I'm going to show you, I do have one finish. And don't go away because I'm going to show you what's next that I'm going to be stitching on. I finished the Boo Crew by Fat Quarter Shop. And this is 28 count Lugana Blackberry Latte by Grace Notes Fabrics. And I should have started it way up here. I probably only needed half of the fabric. But that's okay. But it's done. So that's my first finish. Okay, now I will be right back. I'm going to pull out everything I will be starting between now this weekend and the end of July. I'll be right back. You won't even notice that I'm gone. Okay, so before I show you what I'm starting next, I'm going to show you a haul. I went to Hobby House Needleworks. It's in Pittsford, New York. It's like 45 minutes to an hour away from me. And I went with Deborah Kaiser and Brian Elliott. Brian is up from Charleston, South Carolina, staying with Deborah for 2 weeks. They've been going to Niagara Falls. Today they're at the Corn and Glass Museum. They've been doing all kinds of things. So Tuesday they came here, picked me up, and we went to Hobby House. So Brian gifted me this Mirabilia. It is Princess Aliana by Nora Corbett. It's a Mirabilia. I do have the fabric in my cart from 123 Stitch. It's like between $14 and $15. I'm going to do this on a 32 count Lugana. It's a purple color. And he got me the bead pack. So sometime this year I will be starting this. I bought me all kinds of gridded fabric at the store. This one is for a Haid, and I will show you because they're already in here. This is a 28 count white Lugana. It is for Fab 50 that I will be starting sometime this year. I have another piece of gridded fabric. This is for Finishing Touch, which I'm starting the first weekend of August, but I will show that to you. This is for a Pain Free, which is and they're all 25 count Lugana. So this is for a pain-free pattern called Chromatic Dragon. I have another 25 count gridded. This one is for Haid Ornament Snowman, which we are starting the first weekend of December, or July. And another piece of gridded. This is for Quick Stitch Brown-Tailed Sunshine. It's a Haid. And I'm starting that Sunday. And then I have a piece of 14 count Black Ada for a Shannon Christine. So now I will show you the patterns that I'm starting in the next, from this weekend through the end of July. So, hold on. Let me flip this over. So, this Saturday, I am starting On the Beach by Stitch Rovia. A bunch of them already started this. It's a stitch-along, and I will tell you all the stitch-alongs that's going on. These are stitch-alongs we're doing in Zoom. But, yeah, so a lot of them started yesterday for the first day of summer, but I'm starting mine Saturday. I am doing mine on a piece of 28 count even weave by Fortnite Fabrics. It's a beigey sandy color. So, yeah, that is for this weekend, Saturday. Sunday, I am starting Quick Stitch Brown Tailed Sunshine by Annie Rodrigue. It's another cousin of Snowy's and Fred and Albert. That's what we say. Okay. Then, July 1st, we are starting this. It's a Haid artwork by Donna Gelsinger, and it's Ornament the Enchanted Christmas Snowman. Isn't that cute? Okay, the Fantasia Stitch-Along is starting. We get the frame for it on June 30th, and then July 31st, we get the first picture, and then every week we get one until November 27th. So I got this piece of purple fabric that I'm going to do mine on. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it says, hello and welcome to the Fantasia Stitch-Along. The Stitch-Along will feature one square to represent each piece movement in the classic 1940s Fantasia. Get your sorcerer's hat at the ready and your tutu tied and join me on a musical journey through classical pieces by greats like Tchaikovsky, Bach, and Beethoven as seen through Disney's eyes. And it says that I would suggest colors other than red, light blue, or gray. There's a lot of medium and light blue in the frame. A purple or teal would look very nice. There are no partial stitches. So I'm going to do it on this. And this is a Fortnite fabric. So, yeah. And that is by Story Stitches. This one I am starting July 8th. It's Forever in Peace by Sweet Ween Studio. I am doing mine on 28 count Lugana Swiss Mocha. So that's what I'm doing mine on. I am going to be doing 3 more in my Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2020. Let me see what's left in here. I think, yeah, so I have that one, at least 2 in here. So I have page 96. Is that it? 96. Where is it? Oh. So, I'm going to be doing Little Miss Witchy by Rona Nori. It looks like that. I have a piece of this fabric for that. It's a 28 count white Monaco. Okay. And then I have 78. See, I only need these to read the pages. That. Okay. I'm doing Cat-O-Lantern by Luminous Fiber Arts. Cat-O-Lantern. Isn't that cute? And I'm looking, I don't see any quarter stitches and no back stitching. So that won't take, that will be a quick one. And I'm doing it on this cream Belfast. I think it's 32 count. So that's what I'm doing that on. So there's two. And then I might have another ornament or another Halloween issue to do something else. Because I have, yeah, for July I have 3 dates free for new starts. And those are when I usually do my Halloween or something. So, do I have another Halloween? This one? Maybe this one then. So, I have Halloween 2015 issue. And I'm going to do this Victorian Halloween by Elizabeth Spurlock. Isn't she cute? And I have this piece of fabric that was left over from another piece. It's either Fortnite Fabrics or Grace Notes. But I had a piece left over and it was big enough for this. So that will be another. I actually have 4 starts for next weekend or next month. Let's see what else. I have perforated paper in here. What was the other one I was gonna do? Right here, page 36. So I have the perforated paper to do this. It's Witching You Were Here. And the designer is Frony Ritter Designs. So that's what else I will be starting next month. Three Cats by Doreen Jones. A bunch of us are going to be doing this in Zoom. I'm doing mine on a piece of 14 count because there is no specialty stitches, there is no back stitching, it's just full coverage. So that's what I'm doing that on. That's a stitch along. I will be starting this. It's pain free. And the chart is called Chromatic Dragon by Gudrun Hall. Isn't that beautiful? I can't wait to start that. This one I will be starting next month. Halloween Hannah by Hayde. The artwork is Sheena Pike. It is without the background. So I do not have to stitch any of the background. It's blank. And then the first week of August, since it's already pulled out, I will be starting this. This is pain free. I believe this was a freebie. And it's called Finishing Touch by Janet Stever. So I will be starting that in the first weekend of August. So yeah, that's all of my new starts coming up. Like I said, I need more of these bags. I've run out. So stitch-alongs that we are doing in our, I do have a plastic bag here. that we are doing in our Zooms. So in July, we are doing that Hayed ornament, the Enchanted Christmas Snowman. The 4th, I am starting Forever in Peace the 4th is Forever in Peace by the Sweet Wing Studio. That was the flag. And then the 3 Cats is on the 22nd of July. So, yeah, the 21st is On the Beach by Stitchrovia. And we are using the hashtag On the Beach Summer Sale. If you want to know more, in August, on the 14th, is the Rainbow Mandala by Shannon Christine. August 23rd is Oh Christmas Tree by Carolyn Manning in honor of Danielle's birthday. August 23rd is Oh Christmas Tea by Erin Elizabeth Designs, and that is with Amanda. The 29th is Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning. And the 27th is Starry Gnome by Creative House. Those are in August. In the September, the 3rd is Be Kind. Any project, any craft, as long as it has the words Be Kind in it. September 9th, Summer Band Sampler by Tiny Modernist. September 16th is Winter Queen by Shannon Christine. And September 23rd is a Hayed Mini Ariadne. October 14th is Mill Hill Into the Woods. It's a new kit. And October 21st is Pumpkin Color Autumn by Owl Forest Embroidery. November the 18th is Fairy Garden by Shannon Christine. And the 19th is Hey Friend by Teresa Kogut. December the 2nd is The Christmas Cups by Le Petit. The 3rd is Quick Stitch Lavender Roses by Hayed. And the 15th is Festive Birds by Owl Forest Embroidery. Now, this was my idea. Everybody likes it because we did this last year. So last year we pulled out a project every hour on the hour to work on New Year's Eve day, from the time you get up till you go to bed. We are doing all new starts. If you don't want to do new starts, that's fine. Just pull out a whip. But we are doing all new starts every hour on the hour from the time you get up to go to bed. But Deanne had a really good idea. Because it takes a while to pull out the fabric and everything that you need, make sure your fabric is already prepared. And sometime in December, put in like 1 or 2 stitches of where you're going to be starting. So when you pick it up in that hour, you already know where you're at. So that's what we are going to be doing. And I think a lot of mine are going to be Carolyn Manning, because my friend Deborah gave me a whole bunch of perforated paper. And there's 6, is it 6? Yeah, I have 6 Carolyn Mannings that will fit on the perforated papers. So that's 6 of them that I will be starting. And I am calling it Method to My Madness. Because the next 5 years, I don't want to have any new starts. I want to fully work on my WIPs and focus on finishing some. So yeah, if you are interested in knowing what our stitch-alongs are and you want a newsletter, let me know. I will email you the newsletter. If you are interested in coming into any of the cross-stitch weekend Zooms, please let me know. All I need is your email address. I will add you to the list. You can come in. We stitch all weekend. You don't have to come in the whole weekend. If you only have 1 hour for the whole weekend, that's fine. 1 hour is great. If you have never been a Zoom and you just would like to check it out and you're quiet and shy, You do not have to have your camera on. You do not have to say anything. You can have your camera off and be on mute. If you come in, please be considerate of others that are in there. If you have a radio on or a TV on, please mute yourself. If you have kids in the background, please mute yourself. If someone's talking, please do not talk over them. We do all do it. I'm not saying I don't, because I know I have. And usually I'll just say, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. And that's all good. It's just being considerate to the other people that are in there. When you come in quietly in case people are talking and having a conversation. Once we have it, then we'll say hi to you, and then come say hi. Yeah, it's just, we have a lot of fun. I have a cowbell for finishes. The only time I cannot ring that cowbell is late at night when my husband is sleeping. I cannot wake him up. Otherwise, you will get the cowbell. We try to, I'm hoping someone will have a finish this weekend. But I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I told you it was going to be a long video because I hadn't made one in 2 months. And, yeah, a lot going on. But, yeah, my idea for those perforated paper, Deanne watched my morning video where I mentioned this. She's like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. So the Carolyn Mannings that I have pulled aside, if you want to know what will fit on the perforated papers, is Horizon, Pomegranate and Plum, Mermaid's Song, Reflections, Sidewalk Cafe, and Autumn Star. And I think I have one more piece that I can do something on. But I have it all down, and I will be using them up. I still have some weekends open for new starts. I have two. I have two opened in August. One opened in September, one opened in October, one opened in November, and 2, 3, 4 opened in December. You know those will get filled up. They'll get filled up. And I have stuff in the house, too, so it's not like nothing will get started. I already have stuff, but I do want to start that Mirabilia as well. So that is it for this. These are just the Zoom stitch-alongs that a lot of us are doing. If you have a stitch-along that you would like to do and join us, let me know. Yeah, we keep busy in the Zooms. We keep really busy. But that's it for this month. Hopefully I will remember to do one at the end of next month. I knew this would be a longer video. My stomach is growling. It is lunchtime. So I'm going to go have lunch. I'm going to pick this back up and stitch on it. And I have another audiobook to listen to for today. So I will see you tomorrow morning in the morning video. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. Bye-bye.